You know what it is. Hit that like and subscribe. We're gonna jump right back into some news. Suge Knight, he's saying that he would slap anybody in prison who trash talk on Oprah Winfrey. Suge Knight claims and admits to slapping up anyone in prison who speaks negatively about the Black Queen, Oprah Winfrey. And Winfrey has an ally in Suge Knight. The former Death Row CEO is opening up about his love for the media mogul that goes so deep that Knight admits to slapping up anyone in prison who speaks negatively about Queen Oprah. Now, Knight was speaking candidly on the latest episode of the Collect Call with Suge Knight about the fight he got into in jail with one inmate who tried bad-mouthing Winfrey. Now, I remember back in the day doing time when people said something bad about Oprah Winfrey. I got in their face. Knight said, "You talking about this black woman? I fried them up, slapped the, out of them. Don't say nothing about this black sister," he was saying. Now, despite his admitted admiration for Winfrey, Knight still questions why she refused to have rappers on her famed talk show during its heyday in the 90s and early 2000s. At the same time, Oprah wouldn't put rappers on her show, but Oprah promoted Straight Outta Compton, he said. Even though Straight Outta Compton tried to kill me and have me doing time right now, Knight is currently serving a 28-year sentence for a fatal hit-and-run incident in 2015 that occurred due to his issues with the film Straight Outta Compton. Now, Terry Carter was killed after Knight and one of his longtime rivals, Clebone Sloan, started fighting outside a Compton burger stand in January 2015. Now, the Florida Times Union reports, Suge Knight was upset about his portrayal in the NWA biopic, which Sloan was serving as a consultant. Now, Knight seriously injured Sloan after hitting him with his pickup truck before speeding through the parking lot and running over Carter as he fled the scene. Now, he ran him over with that pickup truck. He did not care. Now, in October 2018, Knight was sentenced to 28 years in prison, 22 years for running over Clark, and 6 years because it was Knight's third strike under California's three-strike laws. If you guys don't know about those three-strike laws, you get 3 strikes and you're pretty much out. Once you hit that third strike, you get some serious time. Now, Knight is currently serving out his sentence at R.J. Donovan Correctional Facility in San Diego and will not be eligible for parole until October 2034. Now, he launched his podcast from prison in October and has been getting him into more trouble. And Ancon recently threatened to sue Knight after he accused the singer of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old. And, that's the beef that he even got going on with Akon. But, Knight right now, he's just, he's starting to say all the stuff, about everybody. He's attacking everybody, it seems like. It seems like he doesn't have much friends on his end. But, Suge Knight was once one of the most feared producers and music executives in the music industry. Now he's serving time in prison after he pleaded no contest in 2018 to voluntary manslaughter for running over his friend Terry Carter in a restaurant parking lot in 2016 to help pass the time. Now, the controversial music mogul is using his sentence to record the episodes for his podcast, now the Collect Call with Suge Knight. Now, Knight has made a lot of claims and allegations while behind bars, and now he has used his podcast as a way to get him out to the public even. Now, since its premiere last month, he's talked about the death of late rapper Tupac and his impact on Snoop Dogg's career, as well as making accusations about Diddy and Akon. In the latest episode, the co-founder and former CEO of Death Row Records recalled the time he had to stick up for Oprah Winfrey. Remember now, Suge Knight does, he's allies with Oprah. He's saying that he, cares about her, he likes her and stuff, and that anybody that disrespects her or badmouths her while he's around, he's going to slap him up. And so while he usually talks about his peers and people involved in the rap industry, Knight told listeners about the time he had to fight for the honor of a mogul he had no connection to, which is Oprah. Now, on December 2nd episode of the podcast, Knight said, "I remember back in the day doing time when people said something bad about Oprah Winfrey, and it got in on them. I got in on them," he said. Now, Knight said he didn't like his fellow inmates talking bad about a black woman as well. I fired them up, I slapped them up. Knight said, don't say nothing about this black sister. Now, Knight said that the feeling wasn't reciprocated, noting that Oprah wouldn't put rappers on her show. Now, maybe it was because of the time. Maybe she knew what was going on behind the scenes and she didn't want to be a part of anything with Suge Knight at the time. Who knows? But let me know what you guys think in the comments below about that. Now, Knight isn't the only rapper pioneer to have felt this way, as 50 Cent, Ice Cube, and Ludacris have also had similar issues with the former talk show host. Now, some fans praise the 58-year-old for defending Winfrey's honor. As one commenter said, good for him. I love and celebrate Oprah and her groundbreaking achievements. But, the jailed music executive Suge Knight kept inmates in check when speaking about Oprah Winfrey. The 58-year-old recently discussed how he used to confront those who talked down on the famed TV host during his early prison days, though he suggested he had conflicting feelings due to her stance on interviewing rappers. Now, Suge Knight reflected on the situation during a recent episode of his podcast with the Collect Calls, and the Death Row founder, real name Marion Hugh Knight Jr., stated, I remember back in the day doing time when people said something bad about Oprah Winfrey, and I got in there. I got in their face. I slapped them up. I beat the, and adding, you talking about this black woman? I fried them, Don't say nothing about her. Now, Knight continued, however, explaining that while he was defending Winfrey's honor, she had positioned herself not to support many rising rap stars of the time. He stated, at the same time, Oprah wouldn't put rappers on her show, but Oprah promoted Straight Outta Compton, even though Straight Outta Compton tried to kill me and have me doing time right now. Now, the entertainer didn't elaborate any further on the correlation between the 2015 biodrama and his current prison sentence, though an argument on the set of the movie did result in the hit and run Knight is currently serving time for. During the case's trial, witnesses reportedly claimed that Knight got into a heated discussion with his friend Terry Carter and filmmaker Clay Sloan, and subsequently following them to a burger stand where a fatal collision took place. Now, security footage reportedly captured Knight as the driver and showed him running over the two men, resulting in Carter's death. Now, after his legal team unsuccessfully argued self-defense, Knight was sentenced to 28 years in prison. And, others were more confused about why Knight brought the story up. One fan suggested that he was trying to get into Winfrey's pocket, saying, I guess he hoping Oprah hears so she can put money on his books. Nice try, I doubt she cares. Despite others who felt Winfrey had disdain for the rapper, the 69-year-old still promoted the 2015 hip-hop biopic Straight Outta Compton, which Knight seemingly wasn't a fan of. He said the movie tried to kill him, which he blames as the reason for him being locked up right now. And now what Knight is alluding to is the fact that his prison sentence started due to a confrontation that happened on the set of the movie after hearing about how he would be portrayed in the Straight Outta Compton. Knight pulled up to one of the shooting locations to confront Dr. Dre, who was a producer on the film. And now Knight was not allowed on set due to a long-standing beef between him and the former NWA member, so he was asked to leave after an argument with a man named Clay Sloan. Now, the two later met at Tam's Burgers, where they began to fight again. Now, Carter, who some report as a friend of Knight's, tried to stop the altercation. Now, reports said that Knight hit Sloan with his car before hitting Carter as he got away. Sloan sustained injuries and Carter died at the scene. Knight was sentenced to 28 years in prison over the hit and run. But, that's just all some recent news that, came to light, even out of his podcast and his own words from his own mouth. But, you guys all let me know where you're from. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Hit that like and subscribe. Stay tuned for another.